Hello dear students, welcome to today's episode. In this episode, you will understand about HRIS, Human Resource Information System. I am Dr. Nidhi Mathur, PhD in Public Administration and teaching at Institute of Management Technology, Center for Distance Learning, Ghaziabad. So let us begin our discussion on HRIS. Human Resource Information System is the most widely used software in HR. In essence, it is a software package that collects and stores data of the employees of an organization. Mostly, HRIS encompasses the basic functionalities needed for end-to-end human resource management processes. It is a system for recruitment, performance management, learning and development, and many more. HRIS can run either on organization's technical infrastructure or it can be cloud-based. This means that the HR software is running outside of the company's premises, making it much easier to update. Let us now talk about objectives of HRIS. HRIS enable organizations to maintain employee database and retrieve it as and when required. The following points explain the need and objectives of HRIS. Number 1, effective planning and policy formulation. HRIS aims to provide support to managers for future planning and the formulation of HR policies. This support is extended to both at macro and micro levels. At the macro level, HRIS is concerned with overall organizational productivity. On the other hand, at the micro level, it specifically relates to the performance of the HR department. Number 2, monitoring and evaluation. In an organization, HRIS aims to monitor an organization's requirements related to HR demand and supply. This further helps in preventing situations of shortage and excess of human resource. Number 3, decision making. HRIS tends to provide inputs to managers in making strategic decisions related to technological changes, employee turnover, competency, profiling of employees, etc. Number 4, increased accuracy. HRIS is free from human errors and provides accurate information to managers related to employees. This ultimately leads to sound HR decisions, thereby increasing overall organizational effectiveness. Number 5, increased productivity. HRIS contributes largely to an increase in organizational productivity by providing information on any gaps in the skills and competency of employees and training and development requirements. Now, let us talk about benefits of HRIS. There are many wide-ranging benefits to implementing an HRIS not only for HR leaders, but it extends to employees and to the organization as a whole. You will now understand benefits that the HR leaders can get from implementing HRIS. There are wide range of functions that fall within HR's ambit like hiring, recruiting, benefits, insurance, pension, payroll and compensation of the employees. HR has to oversee and manage the most valuable asset of the organization, that is employees. And most of the times HR leaders are burdened up with heavy administrative tasks, thereby leaving much less time on making strategic plans for the employees and therefore may not be able to demonstrate their own ROI, that is return on investment. Whether it is a small or large organization, range and type of administrative task might be weighing down human resources. In order to relieve the HR department of a burden to do all the administrative heavy tasks, an efficient solution is required. HRIS can help HR professionals to become HR leaders by helping them taking the work that really matters for the people. If the heavy administrative tasks are siphoned off, HR leaders can utilize quality time and will be able to make better connect with the employees. As of now, they have time. HR professionals will be able to inculcate meaningful relationship with employees and executives. They will be able to create impactful HR strategies by taking informed decisions based on the data and time that they have. HR technology is not just for cutting cost and saving time, but it empowers HR professionals to become more strategic and thus adding more value to the organization. After HR leaders, you will understand benefits that the employees can get from implementing HRIS. For a business to prosper and reap positive benefits, it has to look into the well-being of the teams. The employees will be more satisfied in the organization if they are being properly appreciated and challenged for doing better. Retention will be a painless process. It is due to the mismanagement in HR administration that sends a negative message to the employees that in turn negatively influence their perceptions, experience and performance. For example, if any aspect of the employee's total compensation from salary to benefits to paid medical leaves is incorrectly administered, the effects could be detrimental to the entire team's morale. If the employees are stressed about their roles in the job, the benefits and the compensation that they receive, it becomes difficult to achieve a healthy work-life balance. HRIS gives HR leaders access to vast array of the data on employees, which can help identify opportunities for employee training and advancement, succession planning for top employees, the creation of unique developmental plans and many more. With the right data in hand, human resource professionals can gain insight into their workforce to find ways to improve motivation, reward top employees, help struggling employees and ensure that the morale is high. Their strategic efforts in these areas will enable employees to work more effectively and be more satisfied with their jobs. Human resources is entrusted with a complex and important job, that is to develop an organization's most valuable resource, its employees. With proper tools and technology of using an HR platform can make it easier to ensure employees are happy, loyal and secure. How the organization as a whole benefits from HRIS? There are so many ways an organization benefits from the implementation of HRIS that it's difficult to name them all. All the benefits the HR department realizes translates into positive effects for the business. When employees can save time, overall productivity and efficiency increases. When less time is spent on administrative tasks, overall company costs can be reduced. Most importantly, however, when HR has the ability to be more strategic, the business can become more competitive and drive growth. For example, when the HR has the time, data and resources to improve the hiring process, the company benefit from hiring top talent. When HR can improve the onboarding process, the company benefits from reduced costs, greater productivity and happier employees. When the HR department can invest more time to improve training and development, performance is enhanced, which boosts the bottom line. When compensation management can become a top priority, the business benefits from having long-term, loyal and satisfied employees and staff, which can further improve retention, boost productivity, enhance customer service and improve business outcomes. Implementing an HRIS is a win-win situation for HR leaders, employees and the organization alike. Types of HRIS. Now you will get to know about the different types of HRIS. Number 1, operational HRIS. This type of HRIS provides information to managers for making routine HR decisions. Operational HRIS contains general information about employees, HR policies, government policies, etc. The functions of operational HRIS are employee database management. Operational HRIS provides employees personal details such as name, address, sex, minority status, marital status, educational background and citizenship, as well as professional details like previous experience, employment history, current job title, salary, retirement and health plan choices and so on. Recruitment and selection. After recruitment, candidates are screened, assessed, selected and placed in a specific job position. Operational HRIS helps HR personnel with such tasks. Performance management. Operational HRIS provides information of the performance of employees in terms of their work targets, deadlines, etc. This information helps managers to take decisions related to retention, promotion, transfers or termination of employees. Government reporting and compliance. This system helps to provide information on the latest government laws, compliance guidelines to be followed, etc. After operational HRIS, we have tactical HRIS. This type of HRIS helps managers to take decisions on the allocation of human resources in the organization. The different functions of tactical HRIS are job analysis and design. Tactical HRIS helps managers in analyzing and designing jobs in an organization by providing relevant information. This information is collected through job description, job specification, interviews with supervisors and workers, action guidelines, government reports, competitors' executive summaries, etc. Compensation and benefits management. This system helps managers in maintaining a fair and equitable compensation system by providing information on industrial compensation standards. Employee training and development. Tactical HRIS provides information on any gaps in the skills, abilities and competencies of employees, thereby planning for training and development programs. Next, we have is strategic HRIS. This type of HRIS helps managers to make decisions related to workforce planning, labor negotiations, etc. Such decisions are generally taken by manager in the case of introduction of new products, entry in new market, new location of operations, and so on. Components of HRIS. In HRIS, employee information is collected, stored and recorded with the help of three important functional components, which are: number 1, input. This component enters employee data into HRIS. The processes and procedures needed for data collection are initially established. Once the data is collected, it is entered into the system in a coded form. Next, the data is validated using validation tables. The input system of HRIS can change or update the validation table whenever needed. The working of the input component is shown in the figure. Data maintenance. This component of HRIS updates the data which is stored in the storage device. Although new data is included in the system, the old data is also kept as a backup. The working of the data maintenance component is shown in the figure. Output. HR managers tend to be more interested in this component of HRIS as essential information and reports of human resources are generated. This helps managers to evaluate, perform calculations, plan and forecast future human resource needs and development in the organization. The working of the output component is shown in figure. Implementation of HRIS. HRIS implementation takes place in 6 steps. Number 1, search. Start your implementation by finding out what your different stakeholders need from an HRIS. Based on these requirements, you can create a list of potential providers. You can then invite these providers to make proposals. Ideally, at the end of this phase, you have chosen a suitable HRIS provider. Number 2, plan and align. In this phase, you choose an implementation partner, create a steering committee and an implementation team. The steering committee usually consists of senior delegates from your chosen HRIS provider, the HR director from your organization, the internal project manager and preferably a senior user from your business. The implementation team's main responsibility is working on the day-to-day task that comes out of the implementation. Number 3, define and design. At this point, you need to specify your user groups and map out your processes and workflows. Define the functional and technical requirements for your HRIS infrastructure, system and security. Also note that you might need to build integration between your HRIS with other existing systems during this phase. Number 4, configure and test. In this phase, you need to create a core test team to test your new HRIS and provide feedback for potential improvement. After this, you should also create a user acceptance test where you can bring in a number of users to provide final feedback. Number 5, train and communicate. Before the go live moment, you will need to prepare a training program for your technical staff, a communication plan, a frequently asked questions page, as well as other support documents. Number 6, deploy and sustain. Once all your support processes are in place, you can officially launch your HRIS. Remember to constantly collect feedback and to update your training material in line with the evolving systems. Constant, accurate communication is a key here. By following these 6 steps, you can select and implement the best HRIS for your company. HRIS functions. There are different kind of HRIS systems and software. Because HRIS encompasses all the functionalities for HR, all separate functionalities are a part of the system. These functionalities include: number 1, applicant tracking system. This software handles all the company's recruiting needs. It tracks candidates' information and resume, enables recruiters to match job openings to suitable candidates from the company's application pool, and helps in guiding the hiring process. Number 2, payroll. Payroll automates the pay process of employees. Contractual data and information on new hires is often entered into this system, sometimes combined with time and attendance data, and at the end of the month payment orders are created. Number 3, benefits administration. Another functionality of the HRIS is benefits management. Employee benefits are an important aspect of compensation and are also managed in this system. More advanced systems offers an employee self-service model for employee benefits. In this case, employees can select the benefits they are looking for themselves. One may want more paternity leave, the other one a more expensive company car. This self-service approach to benefits is also called a cafeteria model. Number 4, time and attendance. This module gathers time and attendance data from employees. These are specially relevant for shift workers where employees clock in and out. Back in the day, employees often wrote down their working hours on a piece of paper. Then the manager would manually enter the data into a time tracking system. Based on this data, payment orders were generated and paid to all employees. Nowadays, workers often check into work by fingerprint or a card that is synced with an HRIS. This gives an exact time for arrival and departure. Any issues with latencies are easily detected. Then training. Learning and development is a key element when it comes to employee management. This module allows HR to track qualification, certification and skills of the employees, as well as an outline of available courses for company's employee. This module is often referred to as LMS or Learning Management System when it is a standalone. An LMS usually includes available e-learning and other courses to be followed by employees. Next, we have performance management. Performance management is a key part of managing employees. Performance ratings are generated once or multiple times a year by the direct manager or peer of the employees. Succession planning. Creating a talent pipeline and having replacements available for key roles in the organization is another key component of an HRIS. Employee self-service. Employee self-service has already been mentioned. Organizations are focusing increasingly on having employees and their direct supervisors manage their own data. Requests like holidays can be asked for by the employee himself or herself. After approval, these are then immediately saved into the system and register to track for payroll and benefits purposes. Reporting and analytics. A much rarer module in HRIS system is reporting and analytics. Modern systems enable the creation of automated HR reports on various topics like employee turnover, absence, performance and more. Analytics involves the analysis of these insights for better informed decision making. We will explain more about this in the section below. Reporting and analysis in an HRIS. The common characteristics for all HRIS system is that they have been designed as transactional systems. They are databases that record a company's transaction. An example of a transaction is when new employee joins the company, a new employee record is entered and the person is considered active. If a person leaves the company 3 months later, a new transaction is recorded, setting the person's status to terminated. The fact that these systems are designed as transactional systems makes them bad at data reporting and analytics. They simply haven't been designed for this. In addition, not all HRIS systems have all the above capabilities built in. Some functionalities like payroll, LMS or ATS could also be recorded in external system. This makes HR reporting even more challenging, as it means that data is dispersed into multiple systems. In order to report data, a new layer needs to be added on top of all HR systems to report and analyze the HR data. This is the second reason why the practical use of reporting analytics for these systems is limited. So, in this episode, you are being exposed to HRIS, which is a software package. The benefits of HRIS is just not for HR leaders, but it extends to employees as well as organization. You have understood the different types of HRIS along with the different functions. So, that is all for today. Hope you have understood the concept of HRIS. We will meet in the next episode with a new topic. Till then, take care. Goodbye.